Hello everyone, and as promised, I'm back with the second session on classification puzzles. So in the previous session, we have done classification puzzles, involving 2 to 3 parameters, and I've shared that in the next session, we would be looking at slightly more complex problem involving more than 3 parameters, or where we could have possibilities also coming into the picture. We would be doing couple of problems in this session and understanding how each problem has to be dealt with, how we have to consider the possibility, how we have to also take care of the negation, and then we have to arrange the entire data or sort the entire data as required by the question. So let's get started. So here we have our first problem set. So we can see here there are 7 people: Vikas, Amar, Ram, Mani, Rahul, Anurag and Ritesh. They have birthdays or anniversaries in 7 different months of the same year: February, March, April, June, September, October, November. Again, pay attention, not necessarily in the same order. Each one of them also likes a different brand of mobile. There are 7 brands of mobile, but again, not necessarily in the same order. And if you read the question, the data has been given as per the month wise. If you see, Anurag has birthday in the month which has more than 30 days. Then both Ritesh and Amar have a birthday in one of the months after the one who likes Samsung. Ritesh's birthday is not in the month which has 30 days. So lot of data has been given keeping in mind the months. So in this question, our primary parameter should be months, because as we can see, lot of data has been given in terms of months, like a month has 30 days, a month which has more than 30 days or lesser than 30 days. So here our primary parameter according to which we have to arrange the data should be the name of the months. So we'll fix our primary parameter as months. So let's write months here. So we have February, March, April, June, September, October and November. And as we can see, since lot of data has been given in terms of the number of days in a month, so we'll also quickly write down how many days each month has. Like February has 28 days, March is 31, April 30, June is again 30, September 30, October 31 and November 30. So, and the 2 parameters to be matched is the name of the person and the mobile brand. Now let's start arranging data. Now, first point that I read here, Anurag has birthday in the month which has more than 30 days. So that means that leaves me with 2 possibility. Out of these 7 months, I can see there are only 2 months which have more than 30 days, that is March and October. So as of now, since it is not definite, I am keeping it as a possibility slightly below, that Anurag's birthday could be in March or could be in October, because it's not fixed yet. Only one person has a birthday between Anurag and the one who likes Samsung. So if I take Anurag's birthday in March or if I take Anurag's birthday in October, in both the cases, the person who likes Samsung, his birthday would fall in June. Both Ritesh and Amar, point number 3, both Ritesh and Amar have a birthday in one of the months after the one who likes Samsung. So that tells me that Ritesh and Amar's birthday would be between September, October, November. So they will occupy any 2 months out of these 3. Ritesh's birthday is not in the month which has 30 days. Now this particular data will help me in consolidating the month for Ritesh. So this means कि रितेश का बर्थडे उस मंथ में नहीं है जिसमें 30 डेज हैं. दैट मीन्स रितेश का बर्थडे उस मंथ में है जिसमें 31 डेज हैं, एंड वी हैव ओनली 1 month which has 31 days after June, which is October. So now I can fix Ritesh for October, and the moment I fix Ritesh for October, this possibility gets eliminated, and now I can fix Anurag for March. The one who likes MI has an anniversary in the month which has less than 30 days. There's only 1 month which has less than 30 days, and that is February. So the MI brand goes with February. Only three people have a birthday between the one who likes MI and the one who likes Honor. So that means Honor will go with September. Only two people have a birthday between Ritesh and the one who likes Xperia. If Ritesh is in October, then Xperia would come in April. Money has a birthday immediately after the one who likes Xperia. So the moment we have that Xperia comes with April, then we can say Money's birthday is in June. Only two people have a birthday between Money and Rahul. Now that leaves me with two possibilities. That Rahul's birthday could be in February or could be in November. But this last point, that Ritesh has a birthday immediately before Amar, that fixes that Amar's birthday is in November, because Ritesh's birthday is immediately before Amar, and that would leave me that Rahul birthday would be in February. Now Vikas has a birthday immediately before the one who likes Oppo. So I need to figure out in this arrangement a month where I don't have a name as of now, and immediately after that the month which does not have the brand, the mobile brand fixed so far. So I can easily see for September I don't have the person's name, and for October I doesn't have the mobile brand name. So we can fix Vikas for September because the brand is still vacant for October, leaving me that the persons who will occupy or persons whose birthday would fall in April would be Ram. Now we only have to match the mobile brands for March and November, that is for Anurag and Amar. Now this point will help me. Amar does not like Apple. That means I cannot put Apple with Amar. So Apple would go with Anurag. And the mobile brand left for Amar is Lenovo. So this is the complete solution here. After reading the question, it is very essential to determine that what has to be my primary parameter. मेरा क्या प्राइमरी पीस ऑफ इंफॉर्मेशन होना चाहिए जिसके अकॉर्डिंगली मुझे डेटा अरेंज करना है. So when you read the sentences here, you see lot of data has been given in accordance with months. Okay, जैसे आप यहाँ देख रहे हो कि month which is less than 30 days, more than 30 days, तो यहाँ पे डेटा मंथ्स के हिसाब से दिया गया था. तो हमने यहाँ पे प्राइमरी जो पैरामीटर हमारा वो मंथ को रखा एंड देन नेम एंड मोबाइल को मैच किया. लेट्स सी, let's move forward to another question. Okay, here in this question we can see a guest house accommodates 12 persons in 6 rooms. The persons are A, B, C, D, E, F, P, Q, R, S, T and U. Each room of the guest house is colored with different colors. Those colors are blue, green, yellow, black, pink and white. And each room accommodates 2 persons. Apart from that, the data given to us is that A, B, Q, R, T, U are the only males in the group. So let's quickly note down the important information. So we have been given that A, B, Q, R and T, U are the only males. So that means rest of the members are females. And another thing that is given to us is that females are occupying the odd numbered rooms, whereas males are occupying the even numbered rooms. Okay, and as we read the further data, we can again see, as we have to first fix that what has to be my primary parameter according to which I have to arrange data. So here the primary parameter has to be the room number, because a lot of data has been given in the context of room numbers. So we fix our room numbers here: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So first piece of information, A and B share a room. Now this is my useful information. I cannot use it right now. I may use it later on. So I know A plus B, they'll go together. C's roommate is not D, so I'm writing C cross D. E does not live in 6, which is yellow. So that tells me that the color of the room number 6 is yellow. And it is the negation. I cannot have E here. Neither room 5 nor room 4 is blue or black. So here I have two negations. Room 4 or 5, neither they are blue, neither they are black. The pink room is an odd number, but it is not room number 3. So as of now, I would have two possibilities for pink room, that is 1 and 5. F lives in room 5 with D. So I know for sure who are the occupants of room number 5. P's roommate is not S. The blue room is even colored. So 6 which was an even number, is already colored yellow. Other two room numbers, even room numbers, are 2 and 4, out of which we know room number 4 cannot be blue or black. So that means blue can only be given to room number 2. Now R lives in the green room, whereas D lives in the white room. And now I know D lives in the room number 5. That means room number 5 is not pink colored, rather it is white color. That means pink would go to room number 1 for sure. Now for room number 3, the only two colors left are black and green. Black cannot be allotted to room number 4. So black would go with room number 3. And that means room number 4 is green. R lives in the green room. So now I can put R here. T's room is blue. So T comes here. S does not live in room number 3. Now, the first point that was given here, that A, B, Q, R, T and Q are the only males, and A and B share the room, and only the even numbered rooms are given to males. So in room number 2 we already have T, in room number 4 we have R, and A and B have to be given the same room. So the only possibility left out is here that A and B would be in room number 6. Now this point, P does not live with S, and also S does not live in room number 3. So that means S goes to room number 1 and P goes to room number 3. Now as far as the balance 4 people are left out, we could not get their exact room number. For room number 1 and 3, where we have only females, the other two females left out are C and E, and there is no further data to consolidate that out of C and D who would go with S and who would go with P. So that leaves me with possibility. And similarly for room number 2 and 4, the two males left are Q and U, and there is no additional data, which again points me to their unique room number. So that again is leaving me with a possibility here. So in room number 1, along with S we can have either C or E. Same goes with room number 3. With P we can have E or C. In room number 2, with T, either Q or U can come. And in room number 4, like with R, Q or U can come. So we cannot pinpoint to which room they belong to, and we'll have to leave the question here only, and that depends on the further questions that are being asked. But as of now, for C, E, Q, U, we can only determine the possible rooms they can belong to. We cannot determine the room number for a surety. It can only come with a possibility. I hope that's clear now. So let's have a look at one more example. and this has a lot of parameters. As you can see, there are 7 persons, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, from 7 different states, but not necessarily in the same order. Each of them plays a different sport. Each of them has a different profession. So there are 7 people and we have to match 3 different parameters with them. Okay, so the best way to approach these questions is to make a grid, is to make a tabular form. And as we can see, the data has been given in the context of the name of persons. So best way to keep a primary data is the name of persons. So the first parameter to be matched is state, then sport, and then profession. So first we'll fill up the definite data. For example, C is from Jharkhand and is a doctor. So this is a definite, there is a definiteness to this. C is from Jharkhand, is a doctor. E and F play cricket and football, but not necessarily in the same order. So what I'm doing, I'm just writing in the short form that these are the possibility as per the sports are concerned. A is not from Rajasthan. As I've shared earlier also, make sure that you're writing the negations. The person from Rajasthan is an engineer, plays hockey. Now this is not a definite data, but this will become useful for me later on. So I'm just noting it down. The lawyer plays basketball. So again, this is a useful data, lawyer plus basketball. The businessman from Odisha plays football. So Odisha, businessman, football. F is a pilot. The one from Punjab is a teacher. So Punjab and teacher are a combo. The one from Gujarat plays tennis. G, who is from Haryana. So G is from Haryana. Does not play golf. B is an accountant. Okay. The teacher and the accountant play volleyball and football, though not necessarily in that order. Now, I know out of E and F, one would play cricket and one would play football. And we have also given the one who hails from Odisha is a businessman, plays football. And it's been given to us that F's profession is pilot. So football cannot be allotted to F. So that is leading us to that E belongs to Odisha, plays football, and is a businessman. So that means F's sport would be cricket. Now this point, that one who comes from Rajasthan is an engineer and plays hockey. And A has already been negated for Rajasthan. So I need a person for whom state has not been allotted so far, the sport has not been allotted so far, and also the profession is blank. And I can see there is only one person on the chart for whom all these 3 informations are not filled up so far, and that is person number D. So we can conclude that D is from Rajasthan, plays hockey, and is an engineer. Now this point, that the teacher and the accountant play volleyball and tennis, but not necessarily in the same order. So we need to see if G can be the teacher. But when we look at this point, that the one from Punjab is a teacher, so that means the teacher should belong to Punjab, and we know that G is from actually Haryana. So G cannot be the teacher. So we've already allotted profession to 5 different people. So teacher can only be allotted to A now. So leaving us that G would be a lawyer. And the moment I know that G is a lawyer, we have been given that the lawyer plays basketball. And for teacher, the state would be Punjab. And for teacher and accountant, the games were volleyball and tennis. So the golf would go with C, who is a doctor from Jharkhand. And the last piece of information, that one who hails from Gujarat plays tennis. So the state left for B would be Gujarat. And the sport that would go with him will be tennis. So here for A, the sport will be volleyball. And now the last state to be allotted to F would be Maharashtra. So as you have seen in this question, there were quite a few parameters. There was a lot of useful information. There was a lot of combination of information which we might not use it that apparently in the question. So we have to note it down and place it sideways. And as and when it is required, we'll have to, we'll have to put it rationally in the our data arrangement. So as I've shared earlier also, that useful information has to be noted down somewhere in the shorter form closer to the your data arrangement. As and when you feel that okay, this is where this information can go, and you can place it there and can match up whether it goes with the data or the information given or not, whether it's coherent with the information given. Also we can see here that noting down the negative data helps us in eliminating some of the information, that this information cannot be placed here. So it's very critical to note down the negative data in a shorter or smaller format, or the possibilities as we have written here, that C/F, that at this place only cricket and football can come, or V/T, that at this place only volleyball or tennis can come. Okay, so data arrangement has to go very organically and systematically. I've seen couple of times that students write all the data on the piece of paper and they draw lines from here and then try and match. Best way is to fix up a primary parameter, make columns and start filling in the data. Write the definite data, and write the useful data alongside your table. Put the negative data also, and then you can easily get your arrangement correct in the question. So I hope now classification puzzle should not be a problem for most of you. And one more thing I would like to add here, that remember, it's about the timing. It's not that these puzzle cannot be made by any one of you. It's more about in how much time you can crack the puzzle. So that minimizing the time will come with a lot of practice. And remember, everyone was a beginner at some point of time. Somebody who's cracking this puzzle in 3-4 minutes right now, initially that person would have also taken 15 minutes in the beginning. So for that 15 minutes to 4 minutes or 5 minutes journey must have come through with a lot of practice. So all these kind of questions require huge amount of practice. So keep practicing and all the best. Thank you. Bye bye.